Hello, all you professional wrestling fans. Welcome back to Squared Circle Speak, your home for any and everything professional wrestling. I am Ryan. With me, as always, is my co host Nathan. And welcome to Squared Circle Speaks on AEW, our weekly AEW recap show. 3 shows this week to get to. And yeah, we had a lot of Forbidden Door stuff happening here for the TNT Championship. We had some title matches as well on this Dynamite. So let's
Let's get
get into
into it.
this.
Let's get
So
right into it.
what do you think of Jack Perry and Dustin Rhodes in the AEW TNT Championship qualifier, Nathan?
That was a shitty match. Um, I did. Why Dustin Rhodes feels the need to keep wrestling? I have no idea. He's almost 60,
Yeah, it's
and
ridiculous.
and Jack Perry's not that great. He has this new finisher that's not that great.
It's just a knee.
It's just a knee, just like Trick Williams and all these other guys. I think I think he's probably going to end up winning this stupid thing, maybe,
Yeah.
but I'm not into him at all. At least he's got actual music now instead of that freaking violin music that he had before. But other than that, didn't care for this segment.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, he qualified, which is everyone was expecting.
Who's in it so far?
Oh, dude, you're making me look that up. Hold on.
Yeah, look that up.
You talk.
What was the next? What was some other stuff here, Ryan? Refresh my memory.
We had we do 8 things at one time, dude. What do you want out of me?
Come on, man.
um, what about we had the TBS Championship match? What do you think of Mercedes versus Zook 6?
Yep, I didn't know who this was, but it was a good match. Uh, Monet looked pretty good in this match. So did the other lady. She was apparently from Stardom, and yeah, they had a really good match. They gave it a little time. Monet hit her finisher probably the best she's hit it yet.
Yeah,
So
she was in there with
maybe
someone who
she's
could. She was in there with someone who could take
well,
it.
maybe she's figuring it out. Maybe she's finally figuring out how
Yeah.
to hit this thing. But no, it was a really good match. They probably, she had a good match with Willow and she had a good match here, so maybe she's hitting her stride. Another women's segment that we had um, Mariah May, and she had a match with who'd she fight?
That wasn't on this show, I don't think.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't on Dynamite. That may have been
Was
on.
that last week? I'm just forgetting.
It may have been. I don't know. Yeah, Mariah May was not on this show. It was on Dynamite this week.
Okay, never mind. That must have been last week. Yeah,
Uh,
sorry about
the other
that.
people who qualified for the ladder match are Takashita and Mark Briscoe so far.
Well, yeah. So far, still looking like Jack Perry. I'd like to see them give it to Takash. Man, how do you say his real name without saying it the way you're saying it?
Takeshka.
Takeshka. Thank you, Takeshita. Yeah, I'd like to see Takeshka win this thing. He needs something, I feel like, but he is also in the G1, which is a big deal, Ryan, because he was a DDT wrestler, and New
Yeah.
Japan and DDT did not have really good. So apparently, we're gonna have some AEW, DDT, New Japan, and Noah people are going to be in this G1. That is
History
different.
making.
Uh,
History making.
Tanahashi has a different booking philosophy apparently, and maybe we'll give. I know we're talking about AEW right now, but real quick, like, since there is Forbidden Door coming up, but and everything, maybe we'll have a preview or maybe some predictions and stuff for the G1 in New Japan. Maybe that'll be a show that we do.
That might be a special show we do.
Yep. All right. Let's see here, Ryan. We also had a great match between Will Ospreay and
Ray Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix.
Yeah.
This match was insane. I really enjoyed this match. It was a really good match. Will Ospreay got the win at the end and faced off with Swerve. Took both belts off, took the belt off of Swerve's shoulder because Swerve said he's not strong enough to hold both those belts. And so he yanked it off his shoulder, put it on his shoulder. basically showed he could do it. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm still pretty sure Swerve's going to end up winning this match. I don't think they're going to give it to him yet, but yeah, crowd was super into Will Ospreay. This
Yeah.
match was really good. What do you think?
It was an Ospreay match. If you're, you know, he's crazy, and you put him in there with Ray Phoenix, it's gonna be amazing. It's not my style. I'm not really into a lot of the flippy stuff, but this match was great. I can't deny it. Ospreay looks like $1,000,000 on this match. But they also told a good story with him at the end, making eye contact with Swerve and then hitting the Swerve stomp. So it's
Oh
like
yeah, I forgot about
they
that.
still,
He did his.
they still told the story of, hey, he's still focused on Swerve, even though he is international champion, which is good. Excellent main event. Best match of the week by far.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say it now. This was probably the best show of the week, just because Raw and SmackDown and NXT weren't really doing much.
Yeah, what else happened on the? We had a bad 6-man tag match. I really wasn't into at all
Yeah,
on this show.
O'Reilly, Cassidy, Briscoe, Roderick Strong, Fletcher, and Takeshita had a match.
I mean, it was okay. Like the moves were good, the match was decent, but it's just like, wasn't really that into it. The crowd wasn't even really that into
There
it.
were but there were also there were 2 squash matches on this show.
Yeah,
And I don't know why. Like, Daniel Garcia beat somebody, and then they had Samoa Joe and Hook beat somebody. So, like, that kind of brings the show down.
yeah,
And Rush, actually, there were 3 because Rush had a match too, and he beat somebody in 2 seconds. So, they had 3 squash matches on the show, and so, like, I don't really like that.
yeah.
But yeah, I think just because of Ospreay and Phoenix, and then Mercedes having a good match kind of raised this show up.
Right.
I wasn't a fan of any other match on the show, but those 2 matches themselves were really good. So
They had a learning tree segment, but they kept it really short, so that was good.
yeah, that was good. They didn't go too long with it, so that's good. And then Private Party got the best of them. So
Yep.
All right. So Rampage, we're not even going to talk about Rampage. There was nothing on this show worth talking about. Like, legitimately, dude. Like, Tony Storm beat some chick.
Run down the matches and then we'll.
Okay. So Tony Storm beat Alex Windsor. Don't know who that is.
Who?
I don't know. Cage of Agony beat Solomon Tupo, Jay Martin, and Kevin Gutierrez. Shota Umino beat Rocky Romero. Don't know why those 2 are even wrestling. They're both New Japan people.
So I guess we're to show that we're doing Forbidden Door stuff. I don't know.
Satnam Singh beat somebody. And then the main event was Jay Lethal. Yeah, he did the same thing he did. He did. This is the whole match. The guy tried to chop him. He choked him. Bear hug. Ending. That's it. The whole match. And then the main event, pretty good match though. Jay Lethal and Pac. Pac won, but that was the only match worth. They only went like 10 minutes or so. They didn't go long. Because it's a 1-hour show and they had 5 matches. But that match alone is okay. Everything else on the show, I don't even know why it happened. So Collision.
Yeah, what's the point of having that show if they're not going to start booking it?
I don't understand. It's a 1-hour show and they still try to book it like the other 2 shows.
Not really.
Well, they try to book like a lot of matches, and it's like you just do 3 matches on the show and get everybody 15 minutes.
Well, or book some segments that carry storyline. Make people want to watch this damn hour of TV.
Yeah, true. Because they don't even advance storylines at all anymore. It's just 5 straight matches of nothing.
Yeah, it's like WCW Worldwide. What the fuck?
Yeah. And so Collision, this is the 1-year anniversary show of Collision.
Okay.
Start off a good one with a 6-man or 8-man random tag team match as the Black Book Combat Club took on TMDK, Leo Rush, and Rocky Romero.
All right, I guess Forbidden Door. I don't know.
I guess. BCC.
That's what I'm going to chalk these matches up to.
Moxley got on the mic and said that he's going to beat Tetsuya Naito at Forbidden Door.
Okay.
So that's your New Japan title match at Forbidden Door. Moxley versus Naito.
That's a good match.
That's good.
That's a big man. Naito's never showed up at Forbidden. Well, maybe he has.
I don't think Naito's been on AEW yet.
I think he was at Forbidden Door in a six, like in a tag team match. I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
think
think
he's.
he didn't have like a big moment or anything.
Yeah.
So, we had a really good no disqualification match between Deonna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa. They came out just wearing like t-shirt and jeans and their like hand wraps. It was old school feel when they used to do like street fights. This was a fun match. They did everything, man. Tables, chair shots, uh, you know, everything. There was a DDT on the chair. Uh, in the end, though, Deonna Purrazzo went to the outside, grabbed a camera from a cameraman, and then hit Thunder Rosa with it, and then choked her out through the ropes. Like she choked her through the ropes. A really interesting, very creative ending to this match, and so really good match there. Dalton Castle took on Hichichero.
That's random as fuck for a AEW match.
Hichichero won.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not a good
Dalton
match at all. It was a squash. Then we had a TNT qualifier match, championship qualifier match. Lee Moriarty versus Dante Martin. With Dante Martin get the win, so Dante Martin will join the ladder match.
Why does Lee Moriarty never win a match?
Why did this match? Like, okay, I get it, but like, what did either one of these two do to deserve a shot at the TNT title? Like, they're not even singles wrestlers. So
I mean, Lee Moriarty is more than Dante Martin.
yeah. And then yeah, there was a big beatdown afterwards, and Leo Rush came out. Kyle O'Reilly beat Anthony Henry. And then the House of Black beat the Bang Bang Gang.
That's surprising.
Yeah. So it looks like the House of Black are just gonna go right back to the tag team, the trios titles.
Son of a bitch.
But it did appear that Buddy Matthews may have got hurt in this match. So hopefully it's not too serious, but he did look like he got hurt.
Well, speaking of injuries, FTR Dax Harwood did announce that he's got a severe back injury, so they may be out for an indefinite amount of time. So we won't see FTR for a while either.
Speaking of Buddy Matthews, at the end of the show, Christian appeared on the screen, congratulated the House of Back, and then hit Buddy Matthews apparently with the concerto. So maybe he really good to get injured. So now
Jesus.
So are they gonna Christian and Ed? Like, why is Christian now targeting the House of Black? Because they took out Edge?
I don't know.
They were feuding. I don't understand what this.
Anyway. I have no idea.
So that was Collision. Decent show. The no disqualification match was good. Lee Moriarty and Dante Martin flew around the ring for a little bit, so it was fine. And then you had the 6-man, which was chaotic as always. News-wise, Jeff Hardy is gone as he showed up on Impact or TNA at their pay-per-view this weekend. So apparently Jeff Hardy is no longer under contract with AEW. Other than that, the Grizzled Young Veterans have reportedly signed with AEW.
Maybe they can fix that tag team division. Son of a bitch.
Other than that, no other real news. Matt Seidel's injured, so add him to the list as well. But other than that, no other real big news regarding AEW. So
yeah, you didn't have the Young Bucks hardly on these shows. You didn't have Okada.
And Swerve was only there for that one segment.
Yeah, you're big at MJF, not much.
He came out and like got in the face of Roosh, but that was it. Yeah, like he didn't cut a promo or anything. Like
you got your biggest stars, not doing much. And is Jay White hurt?
I know. I guess he's just. I don't know. They got. I guess. Juice is back, so he's kind of. I don't know. They're kind of pushing him now. I guess.
I don't know. They did a segment on one of those shows. I think it was Dynamite, and did a little backstage segment, and they had a cardboard cutout of Jay White. So I was like, I don't know. Is he hurt now too?
I don't know, man. Like Juice comes back and then White leaves. I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. I don't know why Aleister Black or Malachi Black is not getting a qualifying match for this TNT title. Like, why one of them should be in this? I don't understand that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff I don't understand with these shows, Ryan. But okay, so that's going to do it for AEW. Ryan. So out of the 6 shows that we cover, because we don't cover TNA or any of these other little shows. Out of the 6 shows that we covered, which one do you think was the top to this week?
Honestly, this week it's a rough week, man. No show blew me out of the water this week. Like no show was like this was head and shoulders above the other ones. So
Right.
it's really hard to do this week, but I probably would have to say Dynamite.
Yeah, I think so. I think
So just the
it
two good
was
matches the two good
it had
matches
two
it
good matches.
had, yeah.
It moved storylines along a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh, more than what the go home shows of WWE shows did. There were some cool segments on all the shows, like a
Yeah.
couple here and there. Yeah, I think overall Dynamite just moved at a better pace, and
Yeah,
I
like
think it was this week.
like every show, like I said, like there was no show some week, like the last 2 times we've done this, there was one show that was head and shoulders above the rest. NXT
Yep.
and then SmackDown. But this week, every
Yep.
show was kind of even.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. Dynamite had the better matches. 2 really good matches carried it. But they did advance some storylines here and there. We didn't talk about all of it, but they did, the Elite were there and stuff, and they tried to do their best to advance storylines a little bit. So,
Yep.
so I think it's crazy because we were the go home show for Raw for WWE this week, but I think AEW beat them this week. The ratings don't reflect that, but as far as what we think, AEW
Yep.
had a show. That's the first for us, Nathan.
Yep. So far, we've done this. Yes. All right. I think that's going to do it. Ryan, if you guys like this content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and also hit that notification bell so you're always staying tuned with all the goodness of this podcast and you always get all the updates of when this is going on. And Ryan, I think that's going to do it. Take us home.
All right, and we'll see you tomorrow for our Clash at the Castle review.